You know, I've kind of joked about being technically a cowboy for a long time because I married Tabor, so that by technicality I'm a cowboy. She's a cowgirl, like 5th generation ranchers.
I'm Tabor Hemming, and I am doing OCC.
My name is Eli Hemming, and I will be racing OCC.
Longest race of my life. Most elevation gain.
This is the longest time I've ever raced. I've raced a 60K before, but that was only about a 4-hour race. So coming into a race that's probably a little over 5 hours, hopefully a little over 5 hours, it's just a bit intimidating.
Yeah, I've done more. A lot more. You gotta come to that realization that if you want to be the best, it's not gonna be easy and it's gonna demand a lot, and so we've really leaned into that.
20-hour run weeks, I've been putting in hundreds of miles. I'm ready for a big hard day.
I think it's nice to know that you're not alone in the battle. Like, especially for the other teammates that we have, like on the line, like having Danny and Kimmy and Jesh and Robbie there too on the start line. Like, you know you're all going into battle together.
I think the whole thing's gonna be difficult. That's why we're here, right?
Good morning.
How you doing?
Really good. Good seeing you.
Good. Back in black, huh?
Yeah.
Back in black.
I got that.
The yawn or the?
The yawn.
Yeah. I'm getting there. It's like a cross between a nervous yawn and a wake the fuck up yawn. I hope he wins. Yeah. I know he can do it. I don't think there's anyone in that field who can beat him. I've watched a lot of his training. We train every day together. And like, not by like the thing where people go out the door and they run separate directions. No, like we train every day together.
I've been saying this to a lot of people and I'm not really quiet about it. I think Tabor's way better than I am. And I think she is just itching to really show the world that.
I think everyone's gonna be surprised by the race that I'll have. Yeah.
I get a front row seat to watch her train, and I don't think there's many people in this world that are gonna be able to stop her.
Eli and I came here to do the same thing. We thought it'd be really cool to be a couples winner. No one's ever done that.
You look good.
Trying to make sure I have everything in my pack. Not much of a backpack runner. I'm too American for that. I try not to let all the bad thoughts come in, but that's always when they do. That's when you get nervous, thinking of all the things that could go wrong.
We both believe more in the other than we do in ourselves. It's a very stacked field, and there's a lot of people who race in very different styles.
Kind of just looking back on what the training has been like, the training's been awesome, so I know that's an easy thing to fall back on.
And so it's about not getting caught up in someone else's race and how they're doing it, because it might not be the right way.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much as perfect as you could ask for. I was pretty worried that I was going to get sucked into the early pace. I kind of knew Christian Allen was going to take it out, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't go out too hard and blow up too soon. I kind of have a habit of going out a little bit spicy.
A lot of people had imperfect days, and I think it was a lot of because of the heat. Yeah.
It was crazy hot.
It was bizarre. My parents' rent-a-car said 31. I was like, and with the humidity, it's not me.
I thought I had checked all the boxes. I definitely missed the whole heat prep box.
We had the same race plan, was to go out and like put ourselves in contention for the win. Actual people cheering on the course. In spots like the US, you'd have no one, you just like have the crickets out there. And I was doing that really well. I think I was having like the race of my career, honestly.
The terrain itself is so challenging, and then just the quality of field that's here You know it's just going to be absolutely full gas the whole time. There's so many people on that climb along Flagey just like cheering me on. They saw how bad I was hurting. If you don't feel properly, if you run a little bit too hard or a little bit too easy on that, you'll have a bad day.
And the funny thing is I heard Eli's voice in my head. We had recce'd the course. Okay, over the technical section, be smooth. Yet I was so hot that Mao Yao and Judith had they were right ahead of me, and then Sarah Alonso and I were together, and we're like, we have to go get water. And so we darted over, and so when we came back on, we were like, we can't miss that move, because that right there can make or break the race.
Nice, Tabor. Eli's in first place.
And so I just was running out of my comfort zone over technical terrain and just stepped wrong and did a nice little slip, and I think it was my mistake, but that's where it all kind of unraveled.
We knew she was coming back with a little bit of a back injury. It had been doing better in the previous weeks, but that's a long race, and it's by far the longest race she's ever done. I don't consider myself necessarily like the fastest uphill runner in the world, but I think I'm a durable uphill runner, and I can run pretty quickly on tired legs. So being 2 hours into the race, I thought that's where my climbing would start to do really well. I was running with Remy Bonnet, who is, I would say, the fastest just pure uphill runner in the world. That's when he started to feel a little bit of pain. That's why I got a little bit aggressive on Col de Bombe, is because I saw him just have a little bit of daylight in between us, and I was like, I've never dropped Remy before on an uphill. Yeah, going up Col de Bombe, it was just, I figured that was the time to go, and that was where it was really the crux of the course, and that's where the race was going to be won or lost. It was hot, but then there was a moment there that it just hit me like a brick wall. Like, I don't know if I can make it to the top of this hill anymore. Got up and over the top of Flagey, and then luckily I had all that downhill to cool me off a little bit, so then I could at least run through town.
Eli's had a lot of rough days, and so to see this meant a lot, not only to him, but to me. Yeah, I think for racing, especially at this highest level, you have to take risks, and I think going out of your comfort zone can either go one of two ways. It blows up in your face, or all of a sudden you hit a breakthrough and you do something that you never knew you were capable of.
She's already said, I'm coming back and I'm going to win this race. There's no doubt about it in my mind that she is going to be the best in the world, and I think she showed that to people. She's going to be unstoppable pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm so motivated to nail this one.
Legs are still pretty sore.
Ouch.
And then we're going to go back and just continue being the weirdos that do their weird running in their little shorts.
We're gonna go home. No one has any idea what this race is, and it's very nice.
They're like, oh, you're the runner. Yeah, I run.